Hello.
Hello.
Hopefully this works. And we
looks
are
good.
And we are live.
Live action. We have our sweet flowers.
Yes, our orchids. And let me just check, and it looks like it's live there.
Yeah. Sometimes takes a second. There it is.
Okay.
There we are.
And then we just want to see if our if the comments are coming up as well. Oh, I see Kasha. Yay! Okay, it works.
Yay!
We're very excited for it working, because we weren't so sure.
Never know what tech can come up last minute. We're horizontal. That's good.
Exactly.
That was the biggest goal.
So obviously, I'm Jelelle.
I'm Raianna.
And we were really wanting to offer something in an intentional way. Gabriel sees us, that's good. You can also let us know how we sound.
Yeah.
There is a slight delay, but I think there always is.
Yeah, there's always a delay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we were wanting to honor and tune in today to the solar eclipse energy. It's a ring of fire, which is, where am I looking around? And to the right.
To the...
Yeah. Okay, I'm like, what? I'm looking at the center, and that doesn't work. Okay, I can actually see on the...
right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, okay.
It's so different on this end.
Is
You're
it?
listening? Yeah, because when you're listening to it, it feels so full, and here it's just so natural sounding.
Yeah. Oh, good. I'm glad we sound good. We look good.
Yeah. Feels
Thank
good to
you.
be here.
Thank you for our little loyal crew that joined us live here. Yeah, so the solar eclipse, we have the fire horse year, the Chinese New Year threshold crossing. I can't remember the two happening on the same day before.
Right.
So Chinese New Year is
And
a
it's
frequency.
lunar New Year and a solar eclipse. That's interesting.
Oh, well, look at you throwing that
Yeah,
out.
I think Kasha told me that probably.
Okay. Well, what our feeling is just to share a bit about the lunar eclipse energies, the fire horse, what you might be feeling about it, what we're feeling about it, and then also offering a meditation and sound. The sound will kind of be woven throughout as we're talking, and as we go into the inner masculine connection specifically, and also giving you a space to pause and really feel the solar eclipse and what it is offering you now, and also the fire horse energy and what that's offering you, to bring it into a personal, relational, real frequency for you, and perhaps emotional. Did I say emotional twice?
No, I don't think you did.
Relational.
Yeah.
How it becomes relevant rather than just conceptual.
Yeah, there's something about having it feel more visceral than so outside of you and kind of theoretical. It's more bringing it inwards, and I definitely feel it more than I have in a long time. I think bringing it into this intentionality with people, sharing it.
Right.
So relevant to me right now.
It allowed you to tune into it in a different way, inside and out, that then makes it more potent.
Yes.
So that feels like the big piece. There have been so many memes, and I scroll on my feed, and there's a million things about the solar eclipse and the fire horse year, and there can be quite a lot, and it can be kind of mental.
Yeah, there's a lot of different information.
Yeah, so I feel that, again, that was part of the intention here, is that we can bring this into a transmissive, receptive place for you and for us, and that we can share in that together, whether you're live here with us or you take in the replay later. And in that intentional grid, if you will, in that space that we're sharing together, something deeper goes in and integrates.
Beautiful.
I started to get my meditative voice
meditation
going. Well, I want to just, let's play a little chime here to get us in the mood. You might even already just close your eyes to start to see what you can feel in the moment. What's already there in your heart, in your field. Will you share with us, Raianna, what you feel, or where you've been going?
I've been feeling a lot for the inner masculine in general. It feels like a deep transition from overholding and having tension, feeling pressure towards surrendering to more trust, to feeling a release of responsibility for what feels uncontrollable. My own masculine has been letting me in more, letting in the divine, so he can truly rest. There's illumination coming through that creates quite a bit of grief in moments.
Yeah.
Of letting go of these old ways of being, old strategies.
You might be feeling that too. Certainly, I've been feeling that. As I was telling Raianna, one of my senses, not just of the solar eclipse, but of the fire horse energy, is not so much this momentous action and change as it is clarity and veils lifting and realizations. So confrontation, a fire horse in front of you is confrontive. And that doesn't necessarily mean that it's bad or wrong or going to gallop with you or anything like that. As much as it does, it can't be ignored. So that's what I feel, and that's certainly been my experience since this new year, is things that are out of alignment, that aren't supporting, that aren't serving, that aren't reflecting, things that are requiring effort, and old strategies, whether relationships, jobs, whatever it is, they become confronted, and the parts that have been like you mentioned, the inner masculine is a big part of that. It's protective. It can be punishing, judging, keeping things safe, keeping life tense, keeping effort going. But really, it's usually about, because that's what was known as love, or that's what's been love. So it's
earning love.
Yeah, it's all to preserve. So anything that has been being preserved and conserved, on reserve, I could just keep going.
Yeah, the earth.
That is what's coming. That's what's coming up to be looked at, to be felt, and no longer be ignored. And it may not be really obvious suffering, right?
Yeah.
Even just the most subtle micro tension.
Yeah, especially if you're starting to feel like you're wanting to, or you're naturally moving out of tension. Sometimes that brings up a peak of it to be highlighted. It's like this ring of fire is the illumination of what's been in shadow too. And we were feeling how, these clarities that seem to be coming through, and these realizations, and they're not necessarily being met with action, but being met with feeling and being with it, and the grief and the relief that come with it, just being real with that, being present to it. It's like a big part of this energy.
Yeah, and being willing to feel the grief of what, and this is what obviously I've been sharing about. Now the water one wants to come in. The gift to myself recently was all 4 elements of these chimes. So
They're amazing.
Yeah. Oh, Gabriel has an interesting comment, I think.
Can you read it?
Sure. Might read Demetra's too.
Okay.
I'm just gonna keep playing the chimes like in the background here.
It's nice to have
I'm so
them.
used to listening to them in the background.
Okay, let's see. Gabriel says, just the name Fire Horse and Ring of Fire
Yes.
really activates the feeling to get into action and go forth, but without leaving what is true in the heart behind. Yeah, it's an interesting process for the masculine to go through, of feeling clearer about what they're wanting and yet being with it in a new way. Like being able to collaborate with the feminine around what it means to feel clear. I just feel like so many people have been talking about clarities, and there's something about that in the way the masculine is used to holding it, of having, okay, so now we need to take these steps forward.
Right.
But with the confrontation of this fire horse energy and what's really going on inside, there's also this equal invitation to drop into the more feminine response to it. So it's like I was saying earlier, it's like the eclipse is like 2 things coming together and passing each other. So it's the masculine and the feminine, it's the past and the new that are kind of coming into being together. It's really interesting.
Did you want to share a bit about your process, if you don't mind, this morning? Because I think it's a perfect demonstration or illustration of what we're talking about here, and the work that we do ourselves, and then also in sessions too.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, I've been working with, like I mentioned, my inner masculine Henry, and I just recently had a session with him this weekend, and he had some tensions coming up about money and scheduling and working, and feeling kind of this fear of, if I can't provide enough in that way, am I worthy of everyone's love still? Am I worthy of this community and the divine's love and Raianna's love, my love?
He's coming
still
up.
Very tender. It's very current for me. So I had these really beautiful movements with him, but then yesterday I was trying to create something that was very meaningful, that was soulful, but it was starting to get into very technical details. Mm. There was something in him that couldn't let it go. So he felt like my feminine had this dream, had this vision, and he so badly wanted to make it come to life. And it was kind of going back into the pattern of, if I can't make this happen for you, do I deserve your love? And it feels really current.
As if your love would be conditional.
Yeah.
On him solving
providing and solving.
That feels like very masculine.
I've heard that
tension.
From so many masculines.
Yeah. And your own.
Yeah. Especially between the inner masculine and feminine. It feels like such a common. And what I keep hearing the feminine saying from mine and others is that they just want presence. We just want the masculine to be vulnerable about their tension, to bring the tension into the space so that the feminine can actually relieve a lot of that and tell him, I'll still love you if this doesn't happen. I'll still love you if this falls apart.
That's what you did, right?
Yeah. So I checked in this morning, feeling residue from that yesterday, and I brought him to a cabin, and he was pacing around, and I said, what if we had a big bag of gold, we had all money taken care of, and we had no tasks to attend to today? What would you do? Mm-hmm. And he just said, I just want to sit on the couch with you. So I sat on the couch with him, had my head on his chest, had the fire going. The divine came in with her love and just answered this tension of, I'll love you no matter what. There's nothing you can do or not do that takes away from that love. It's always there. It just feels so important to the masculine to remember that.
And I love how someone just joining us, it sounds like you're talking about a partner.
Yeah.
And how you would be with a partner, but it's all within you. That's the beautiful thing about the inner sacred union that you're offering here, and that I'm feeling for myself too.
It does happen in both ways. It happens externally as well.
Yeah. Thank you so much for the vulnerability in that too, because it really shows, and I think this is one of our uniquenesses in the way that we are with these energies, is that it's very personal and emotional and visceral and somatic, and that's part of the sound that the sound offers. But you really feeling your masculine in these energies now. And then after that, it was like your energy quite shifted today, where you were looking forward to doing this with me. There wasn't a tension about it. There wasn't a performative thing that maybe your inner masculine would have felt. So it really did, in answering it inside in this specific way that you did with him, and this is also how we respond to other parts of ourselves too, it freed something up. Instantly.
Yeah. There's something about, I could read about the eclipse and so much of it resonated with what I was going through. But there are times where I'll take those things in and I'll think that resonates. But then it doesn't go deeper than that. But to actually let it be felt in the emotional body, in the somatic body, actually dropping it into your field is a completely different experience. What does that actually look and feel like for me, in every moment? And that's really precious to feel it more viscerally.
We'll go into a bit of, this is the earth chime. So they all want to be played today, so this is the earth one, and I think we'll do a little bit of, is there a comment you want to read, and then we'll go, and then Raianna will play the root bowl with me here.
Just Demetra's.
Thank you, Demetra.
Yeah, I know this resonates for you too.
For your presence and being here with us.
For my masculine, it is about becoming aware of what's ours to defend anymore, and what's meant to be dropped, no longer compensating. Yeah, even feeling how much they don't need to defend at all or protect.
I think we'll go inward here, feeling the energies of tenderness that Raianna opened out for us. And maybe you have a tenderness right now that you're feeling. Coming from new clarities or just in general. Feeling ourselves grounded to the earth. To our hearts, to our bodies, to parts of ourself. And you may see in this moment, take a moment here to see the ring of fire eclipse in your inner world, in the skies of your inner world. And as you look at it, as you receive from it, you might get a new clarity even in this moment. A veil may lift. Or something just softens inside. And you may feel your inner masculine, or if you are a masculine, a part of you. Maybe it's been a bit tense. It just needs the support of the eclipse in this moment. Some of that heart feminine. What is your inner masculine most need to hear and feel in this moment? that is supportive. That you are safe. You are provided for. You are loved. And the divine holds you in their heart. We'll feel now the fire horse. You may see a fire horse right in front of you here in this inner space. And listen for any messages or guidance or clarities coming from the fire horse to you that are ready. Fire horse may show you images or visions, or just lift the veil. Maybe you see a future vision of you riding this fire horse. And how it feels to be free.
deepest needs, deepest desires. Call in divine love. To see what lies in shadow. Simply needs to be invited out and loved. Space and breath and time. Tensions can release and be shared. Not held only by you or your masculine. And come into collaboration. Presence.
We'll take a moment of silence here to receive this into our bodies. And start to come back to the now, present, feeling renewed, feeling expanded, and maybe feeling tender. I felt it. Yeah.
Ooh, I got to take most of that in and whoa, feel it in my cells.
If you want to share with us where you went in the moment here, we'll respond to that. I felt at one point, when I offered to sit on the fire horse.
I love that.
And I saw a part I've been working with a lot named Karen, kind of my inner mother, wife, lover. And she just kind of climbed up on there, and she was like this.
Wow.
and she has been more in grief lately and processing, and so it just felt like a moment of just, yes, I'm tender, yes, there's grief, yes, I'm letting go of a lot, and I'm changing a lot, but I still, there's this free, and there's a trust in the fire horse. Like, there was no feeling like I can't sit on this horse because I will get burnt,
or that it'll buck you off,
or that it'll just gallop away. No, it was actually it was confrontive, but it was a comforting energy. And I think that's obviously partly because I've made a big shift recently in my relationship completion. So it's not like I need to be confronted by anything as much as support for the continuation of feeling that is aligned and right for me. So it was more like, I could be not so gentle if you're, if you're really needing to be confronted about something, but if you've already been, done the brave thing and let go of something precious, and then you really will be supported in that, and you will experience, in my sense of it, a feeling of liberation and integrity and realness and return to yourself. And feeling the parts, of course, that are in grief and have a lot to let go is certainly, that's my way. That's my way of being with it. That's my ongoing negotiation. It's not just one choice and there it is, but the ongoing processing, being in the waves, and not just looking for the highs, but honoring the lows as well.
Beautiful.
And you've been in that with me too.
Yeah.
So
Oh, seeing the way you've held it has been so inspiring. It, with the horse visual, it reminded me of how they call it breaking a horse, which is so kind of fighting something, but in this case it's like you're willing to be in the intensity with the horse, and it rewards you. It grants you like this trust and this collaboration. Yeah. And that's what you've been moving through.
And where that fire horse can go is like magic. I don't know.
Fly.
I was just thinking, when I was a kid, I loved Pegasuses, the horses with wings, and it's almost like it had wings too. Yeah. It was like, I'm not just fire, I'm wings. I'm all the elements, just like these chimes, So, did you have a specific image, or was it more just a...
I just felt like one with everything. I haven't felt quite that dropped into meditation in a while. I think being here with you and with the music and, not in bed, so like falling asleep with it. It's like being present to it. That's actually something I've been trying to be more... in my meditations, is just present, and that feels true for Henry as well. So he really loved the fire horse, going on the fire horse visual. He's like,
under the ring of fire eclipse. Yeah. It's quite
it sounds so intimidating, and then when you feel it, it just feels.
And it's only again what is meant to be burned away, what is ready to be burned away, what truly has served its purpose, and that you've devotedly loved and given your energy to, that is also being honored, not just thrown away in the fires, but is honored and appreciated. And
it's not being singed, it's being, I love that, it's being honored, it's not being it's not in this... Not
being punished,
or... this traumatizing way.
Or you did something wrong, or... Yeah.
It's like how they do a natural burn in the forest.
No shame or blame.
Yeah.
I'm glad you felt that too.
Yeah.
I see a comment from... looks like Gabriel.
I have a few.
Do you want to read?
I'm not seeing it online, because sometimes this doesn't catch up, so I can...
Okay.
If you want to, I can read it.
He said, that was beautiful, a perfect reset before my next class. I felt the invitation to be in stride rather than in rush around anything.
Ah, yeah. I see that one from Kasha too.
Do you see that one?
Yeah, I had to refresh.
Okay.
Yeah, I love that. It's interesting. It's in between two of your classes, and it's in a week that all three of us are a little bit lighter in teaching, and that's a big clarity for us. Has been in moving into a new form of holding teaching and how we want to be in that and have our own business in it and all of that. So that's kind of part of that too.
And how this work, divine self-embodiment and sessions and service, and how it can all flow and weave in with that too. How
we really use these parts and this way of being to be in life, in every aspect of life, in this deeper and more intentional way, and collaborative way.
Exactly.
So that feels good. And then Kasha, I could feel the sobriety of the fire horse in a way, the confrontational energies that can definitely illuminate when needed, but I could feel the unconditional support too. To keep healing the vulnerability of being in sacred romance. Yes. The personal truths that need to continue to ride out. The sense of determination to serve but to feel, to love passionately but also gently.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Oh, that. Yeah, then there's that, being in sacred romance.
Yeah, it's either, I was sharing more completion, but then there's being in as well. I could see that clarity coming for people too.
Getting
or new connections coming into your field as well.
Yeah. Letting go of old patterns in relationship too. Wanting new ones.
And I love what you mentioned too, Kasha, about the bravery to be real or true or authentic, and that's also what I feel in both the eclipse and this fire horse energy. Is that fire horse isn't compromising anything, about its being.
And bravery doesn't always mean going forth
exactly
in a certain frequency, but being brave to feel, enough to be
being brave to grieve.
Really let it all move through in waves.
Yes. Well, that was lovely. I think that's it for comments.
Yeah.
So unless you have any specific questions in the moment, we'll also respond to any comments later on that may come in.
Yeah, so this will be a recording for those of you who couldn't come, which I also feel, I think you've always spoken to that in lives, where you feel people here and people who will be watching.
In the future,
yeah. Whoa, we're in the future.
Well. There's a couple things I wanted to mention. In 2 weeks, I'll be tuning into the blood moon eclipse, lunar eclipse, with Kasha sitting here. So that will be our unique energy together. And we are just feeling an intention around offering these more often as a community, perhaps Gabriel and Kasha doing one next month, in a more regular basis, along with our also virtual group event that we have every month. I'm doing a Heroine's Journey series for women in March, 5 live groups, that is already scheduled and booked up, but eventually I'll be offering that again in the fall, so I'll be sharing more about that opportunity, and also I'll be offering the video portions of that Heroine's Journey online, so I'll be sharing about that too. I don't have it with me because I left it over there, but there's also my most recent book, Free to Be She, as well, if you're wanting more sense of our work, and particularly as a feminine but also as a masculine. But I share a lot more about this inner sacred union, inner masculine, this work with parts of yourself. We emphasize quite a bit today individuation, which is a process that I go into more detail in that book as well. So it can be a helpful way to just connect more with our energy. And we also have more sound healing and guided meditations coming as well that we're working on right now. Is that everything bacon in our...
I think so, yeah.
In our bakery.
I've been feeling throughout this how much we really do have to share and give, and, you know, the conversations and digestions we have with each other are so plentiful.
We really could. We've talked for years about a camera just following us around.
So many moments. Oh, I wish we'd been filming this.
Yeah, we need like a documentary film crew. I don't know if we're that interesting,
yeah,
but you know,
big cameras in every room.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, invasive.
So that gives you a sense of our energy, if you've been wondering, or you're returning soul to our frequency. And we appreciate you joining us in whatever ways you did during this special portal.
Yeah.
60 years since the last Fire Horse year.
And Kasha mentioned this morning the beginning of Lent, if that means something to anyone.
It might.
It feels like some sort of portal.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Thank you for being here.
Yes.
We laughed, we cried, we went into a oneness field. Of some kind.
All the frequencies.
Not bad in 45 minutes.
Yeah, nothing to feel tense about too, so that's a gift.
Yes. And our masculines are all chilling and resting on fire horses.
Yes.
So hopefully you had some kind of similar experience too. And we'll see you next time.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.